Well, hello everyone out there, my adorable viewers and followers. And I've just switched on my computer, and it was bullshitting me for a while. It was malfunctioning for 10 seconds. The point is, the program that I entered, that program, each time I make my video, subsequent video, it separates like the entire episode that I make like into tiny like parts and places the tiny parts in some frame inside that interface of that program, and that made kind of, I don't know how many, maybe 18 or 47, I didn't count, like tiny pieces of episode of previous episode, excuse me, and I had to delete all those because of like to have clear space to make my subsequent or current video that I'm making right now. And actually I've just made home, and I'd thought about maybe I would bring something like useful this time, not like general related theme that I do on a regular basis, but something specific and more like concentrating and depicting some maybe ideas, maybe my personal opinions about certain areas. And for starters, let's make like slightly funny thing. You see, I have my seeds here, and I'm about to husk it while watching like some stupid YouTube content. After having those sessions of self-recording, I should say this particular session of self-recording, after having this particular session of self-recording done. Oh, I made it, and good for me. And what else? Actually, I don't know. I like to like slightly blurrish, and I don't know, maybe not blurrish, but make something material more like silly, and not to be over concentrated. And we have here in a Russian Ukrainian world like kind of saying that uh, uh, huge efforts kind of lead every horse to death, you know what I'm saying? And that's silly stuff, but it works. It should work. It probably works somewhere. I didn't see that stuff for my own eyes, and guys, I also have my orange here, and I'm about to stab it, or I don't know, maybe I wouldn't stab it. I will have a mercy on it, and I don't know, maybe I'm about to peel it and eat it in 15 minutes. And anyways, it won't be living for too long, I'm telling you. Okay, it was the silly stuff, and the actually point making stuff here is here actually like two materials, two opinions that I like you to be familiar with. And actually I was riding my native town in the road bus, and I was thinking about what makes us human, and humans I should say. And another point was like how often one should make his or her own vlog episodes. And let's place the second one I mentioned to the first position and consider this. And about the frequency that one should make video sessions of self-recording. I see this point this way. I see some native speakers of my own native language, and they were about to do this process on a regular basis, but not too often. Let's see how it goes. Maybe they make kind of like 2 sessions within 1 week, and then they pause even for a while, and then they make other like small portion of their vlogs, maybe like 2 or 3 releases in a week and a half, and after that they may pause for let's say like even 2 weeks or longer, and after that they probably about to make their like very bunched up portion of episodes, maybe let's say like 4 episodes in 1 week. That's pretty often in my eyes. And as I do my second language, for example, I do my English here, as you might notice, you notice that, you know what I'm saying, and and I'm kidding you right here. I'm not about bullshitting you, but I'm kidding as always, you know. And as I do my second language, and I'm trying to be very like dissolved in it, as I told in one of my previous episodes, and I'm kind of like a maniac. I'm even overdoing my English. I'm not overdoing, but some might say that I'm overdoing, but I'm not. And actually, I do that stuff every time I want. Every time I want, I do that. Okay, I'm not noticing the durations of my video. I'm not noticing the timelines it covers. I'm not noticing. I don't pay any attention or on daytime or on the weather outside or some other like factors about what probably would make this process of making my own videos like related to some like some features of some particular events, or be connected to certain events or whatever it would be, you know what I'm saying. And it doesn't make any difference for me. What different things it makes, again, if you like full of energy and inspired enough to do your own like stuff that you love, that you adore, that you like, it like burns inside you, and you're about to spill it on the right people. Not to spill, but spread very delicately, and arrange things around you in a proper way you want them to be arranged, you know what I'm saying. And am I right? Correct me if I'm wrong. If you're about to do the same that I do, you probably know what I'm speaking right now about. And guys, let's since we got it out of the way, I mean the first point of consideration, let's proceed with the second one. And the second one, as I mentioned, was related to what it was related. Let me reflect for a while. I recollected that was related to what make us humans. And I would even paraphrase this line kind of. I wanted to go like I like when it goes like what the place our consciousness reside in. And am I clear? I don't know. Maybe I guess I am. And where your consciousness resides, I mean not even conscious but consciousness, I think that something like mental and intangible, excuse me, something mental and subtle and intangible resides something within you. I guess I wouldn't say that that thing that makes us human resides exactly in your brain. I think that entire our bodies they kind of like containers for our like mental thing that resides within us and makes us human. And as for our brains, probably it's the most significant organ in our body, which is about to rule our behavior, rule our actions, rule our like whatever in our lives, excuse me. And another interesting point that I've risen in my mind recently, not only even recently but for a long time, and recent time it's rising up again, and after a little while it risen up again in my mind. And what happens when we die? Actually I don't really think that our consciousness disappear into nothing. I think that that is about to reside somewhere and continuing to going through the endless circle of universe, and maybe it resides something close to our bodies for not too long after our death. I know I'm making ramblings here, but Then again, getting to the point that I was about to make, if you are not interested in stuff I'm telling you right now, you may switch off. It's up for you to decide. And back again to the track of my thought. What was I about? I was about what happens when we die. I think that thing that we call our consciousness, it's not about disappear, about when not about, but after our death, and then it continues to exist somewhere. I don't know, whatever you would call it, like what, like some thin matter that surrounds us, and thin world, I should say, like subtle world, or whatever you would call it. Correct me, natives, you might correct me, what you would call it, like this subtle world, this subtle thing, this intangible world, or whatever you would call it, it would be right, because I mean the same thing. Okay, let's hang up this question for a while and see how it goes. Maybe I'll be back to this particular like point in a not long while, and not to weary you too much with this opinion. Okay, guys, I guess this is it for tonight's like not short, not long session of my self-recording activities. And if you might be interested about, tell me in the comment section down below, and I'll cover these opinions, these like approach, or these thoughts you would like me to cover in particular subsequent videos. I will cover, I promise. If you might be interested about, tell me down below. Okay, I rely on you. I suppose you are with me. I think so. I really believe in that. So I'll be brief, and take care of yourself. Be wealthy. Be as always like cheerful, as I said a bunch of times in my previous episodes. Excuse me for stumbling. Excuse me for doing ramblings. I'm not apologizing. I'm not justifying. I'm just practicing my English. Okay, don't be offended. No offense, guys. Just as it goes. I'm telling you, that's awesome. Speak your second language, and time by time that's become more easy for me. You know what I'm saying? If you're on the same boat, if we are in the same boat, you might be related to what I'm speaking about right now. Okay, that's it. I'm sure that's it. Take care. See you all.